Just like that, my beautiful, beautiful people. Here we are, part 2 of 2 of season 3. And just like that, episode 7, girls just want to have fun. And to hell with the fans, we're never going to get any damn fun. So I just thought I start off strong for this part 2. So I just want to start off by saying that I might be a little off because I am a little tired. I am trying to edit the other video, which is coming up soon, if it hasn't hit already, recording this and unpacking. So, on top of that, I'm trying to remember all the scenes from the show. So forgive me if I don't get everything 100% correct, but I wanted to focus more on Carrie now because there were some moments in there that I thought were very important, though the show's still stupid, but it's just plot points that, you've been watching, whether you've been watching me or the show, you know what this is about, right? Nothing. Okay. So now that we have that out of the way, and again, sorry for my untimeliness. I did try to get out the first video as much as possible. Let's begin. Scene opens. Carrie goes downstairs to, Duncan Hobbit's home, which we still haven't established how this construct is. I've given up. I don't give a shit anymore. She knocks on the door. He opens up and she says, "I hate you." It's like the writers are like reading my mind. If only they knew that "I hate you" to Duncan Hobbit, it translates more that "I hate this show," we would be such on an even keel. It's not even funny. So he makes his little quick remark, "Gotcha, but I'm going to need more information." And she goes on to say to him, "Your book, your first chapter, it's amazing. It's so polished. It's so this. And all I hear is, I want to have sex with you. I want to polish you. When can we have sex?" That's what I heard. You realize this, right? So he's like, "Oh, that's great." And she's like, "I am so embarrassed. How am I going to give you now my chapter to read?" He goes, "Well, that was the deal." So then she hands over her chapter, and then we wait until the next scene, which is Carrie is at Anthony's Hot Fellas restaurant with the girls, not Seema, actually, just Charlotte and Miranda, and they're all cackling. And this goes into Anthony's to-be mother-in-law shows up with Bread Boy, the boyfriend. And I bring this up again because I find nowhere in this scene where she made a connection with said mother-in-law, Maleficent. She's very nice to them. She goes on to say to the group, Charlotte mentions that she speaks English very well. The mother-in-law, Maleficent. See, this is how I know I'm tired. Sorry, I might not pronounce words very clearly. My fault. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be doing this when I'm tired, so I hope I bring you all that energy and that fun to this. Let me know. I know someone will in the comments. So as she's, speaking to the girls about the fact that she should have perfect English because she was born in Buffalo, New York, and that she moved to Rome or Italy, I guess Rome, when she was 19. And I don't see any closeness interaction that she's having with any one specific person at the table. And I say this because after this interaction with the girls and her lovely reception to Anthony, which is in my first video, somehow then this scene was conjured up, apparently, to only produce one thing: a conversation with someone to talk about the fact that Carrie is having issues with Aiden, to a complete stranger. The scene opens where she was asked by Maleficent to go over for lunch, brunch, I don't know, I don't care. And she's speaking to her saying, yes, I write sex books. It's like they're getting very personal. I don't know. The Maleficent says, I have so many stories to tell, yet I don't recall anyone asking her. But she proceeds to tell Carrie that she fell in love with Bread Boy's father when she was 21 and he was almost 50. And she says that for Rome, that's not unusual, but for the United States, it is. I don't know Rome. I have not been there. I've never traveled. I know Italian Americans. So can someone from Rome, if you're watching or you have a connection from Rome or anybody, tell me, does that sound right? In any country? Now I know there's certain places that I don't know. I really don't know certain places. I can't speak on this because I don't know. But I love how she added that. And she got on Anthony because he obviously is much older than her son, lusting over someone younger. So I didn't understand why she would put that in this conversation with Carrie and then get on Anthony for something else, for the same thing. So she goes on to tell Carrie that she was in love with him and that was her only love. The smallest violin in the world. Oh my God. I didn't want to freaking hear the rest of this. And she tells Carrie that his teenage children didn't like her. So then this is why I put in, so this whole plot written from the writers was to give Carrie an outlet to talk about her problems. I tried not to fall asleep because, again, I can't now anymore. You know why. So Carrie says, oh, I have the same problem with my boyfriend. And do you have any advice? And this woman, Maleficent, tells her, don't be anyone that you shouldn't be, because if you're not anybody that you're not, they're not going to love you and they're not going to know you, blah, blah, and this was all bullshit. Completely contrived. I don't know why. To give, I guess, Carrie comfort from Maleficent. So weird. This whole thing was so freaking weird. And it was not even, and then she goes on to tell Maleficent, I can't leave without saying that Anthony, because now remember, Anthony asked her to pimp him out. So she's obliging. Big Diddy pimp. See, I'm getting my mojo back. I'm going to be funnier. Oh, please. So he's an amazing guy, all the stuff. And Maleficent says, well, I'm going to hold back on what I suspect. And Carrie's like, well, what do you suspect? No, I don't want to say. Let's start off with, I understand, because I'm a mom. My son is 30, and I would be a little concerned if he was dating someone 40 years older than him. I get it, but do you have the right? Then you know what? I'm not going to even say right. Shut your mouth. Don't be telling people your life story that you fell in love with someone almost 30, 40 years older than you too. And then come back on your Roman gladiator. That might be wrong. Roman high horse and jump on top of my favorite character, Anthony. That's it. You can have the right to be upset because you're a mom, but then shut your mouth. Because unless you have a reason why you're feeling, and don't give me this crap that she's a psychologist and that she went through all this stuff and she studied people. No, you didn't. Because that's the way you treat people. That's not normal. That's abusive. The way she's treating Anthony. I'm sticking up for Anthony. Damn it, he's the only New Yorker left in that damn show. Don't piss me off, woman. I'll roam your ass back to Italy. All right, now that that's done. Okay. Let's get into the second part of this show. I am going to have to find a new word for show because we have passed the threshold of this being a show. I'm serious. It is. I don't know. Drop a comment what you think it should be. It has to be something really crappy because in Just Like Crap it's just too popular now. It's like whatever. I need some other acronym or something that would, this show, because it's slowly, we're getting into Jumanji level 9 now. I don't know how many Jumanji levels they are, but we're getting there. It's going to be a murder at the end of this. Trust me when I tell you. Now let's get into what I like to call the seduction of Carrie and the Hobbit. Stay tuned. So, as Maleficent pays, I guess, for lunch, I don't know what happens. The next scene we have is Carrie getting her mansion ready for this party that they're throwing for Charlotte. So there's furniture coming in. Okay, not furniture, but there's actual chairs coming in. So we have now chairs. And we have the 2 couches that she took the plastic off. They might be that funky ass table that Aiden gave her. And that's all I saw. But if this keeps up, she might have, what is it? With 6 more, you get half a dozen or a dozen. That she's getting close to getting a lamp. I don't see her making any moves here with the house. So she's getting ready. Miranda comes in with her pink balloons and her, I don't know what happened to her direction. She's become overly exaggeratingly happy. Oh my God, you see all the pink balloons? And Carrie's like, yeah, that's a lot of pink. And that's because it's Charlotte's favorite color, which I did not know that, by the way. That's why she's always in pink. And she's telling her, I bought all these balloons and they have confetti in it. And I got a karaoke machine. And then Brady comes in with the karaoke machine. And Carrie's like, do I need to keep it? She goes, not only do you need to keep it, I purchased it. So you're stuck with it. I love my friends. They know me. They know that I would kick them right the fuck out. Excuse my language. Again, if I'm not going to cry, I'm going to curse. Subscribe. So here we go. As the furniture is coming in and Miranda's coming in and Brady's coming in, the karaoke machine's coming in, Carrie goes downstairs to be seduced yet again from Duncan the Hobbit. So she knocks on the door. He opens the door and she's like, I just wanted to say hi. And as she's blubbering her mouth off, she notices that he has her chapter in his hands. And she's like, are you reading my chapter? And he goes, yes, it's brilliant. And she's like, oh, thank God. He says the first opening line. And I want to say this, that she says, the woman didn't know what she was getting herself into. I want to say that's the line. And he says, it just stopped me in my tracks. And in my head, Lena, I'm hearing, I want to seduce you and I want to put you in my bed and I want to truck you, plow you. Pick one. Pick your favorite. Because, he's just going on and on about this freaking chapter as if it was Moses coming down from the mountain with, the 10 Commandments. And she's like all giddy and gay and happy and, oh my God. And I came downstairs because I wanted to fair warn you that there's going to be a party upstairs and it's going to be karaoke. And I thought about getting you a hotel room. I really did. And in my mind, I heard, I want to get you a hotel room because they want to do you. But that's Lena's translation. And, I'm really here because I want to invite you to the party. And you can come to the party, we can have drinks, and then we can talk about how fabulous I am and how fabulous my book is. And it's all about me, and I just want you to touch me, and I just want you to squeeze me, and I'm going to have sex with you, and the hell with Aiden. Wait, I got off track there. But That's what she was thinking. You realize that, right? You realize that, right? Sorry, I gotta fluff my hair out because it's in my eye and it's driving me crazy. So he turns up. It's great. I love karaoke. Translation: I'm going to sleep with you. That's it. The seduction begins. Seriously, this is ridiculous. He loves karaoke. He barely wanted her in the house. Just 3 episodes ago, he was yelling at her. And now he loves karaoke. I'm going to tell you something, everyone. It is not that easy to find somebody. I don't care what age you are. And I can tell you that a lot of people are complaining about that. So this whole scene about her magically finding someone under her home to turn out to be magically finding herself under him is unrealistic. It's always been unrealistic. We'll continue. Let's continue to see where this bullshit is going to go. Here we go. Next up, as she's navigating herself through her party and guests, which apparently didn't have enough chairs because most of them are standing up. That's what happens when you don't have furniture. She is listening to Miranda, who has become the MC of the karaoke crash. And, Miranda is completely worst acting ever. And who's next? Who's next to sing karaoke? Let me know where my girls at. And, poor Carrie is trying to hide behind, 5 foot tall Anthony. And Miranda finds her. She goes, come on, Carrie. Let's do it like we did back in the days. And Carrie's like, I don't even want to talk to you anymore, bitch. I threw you out for a yogurt and a fucking banana. So she says, no, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm busy. I can't. I'm hosting. Sure. They don't really talk to each other anymore. Right? Again, she saw her naked. At that point, what is left? Anger. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Next is she navigates her way out of that scenario and she goes into the kitchen or kitchenette, because it's not even a freaking kitchen. Let me tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. If I had that house, the first place I would renovate is that little hobbit kitchen she's got going on there. But then again, she doesn't use the kitchen for what it's for, so why am I complaining? It's only me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. Me. Have I told you lately how much I hate this show? I'm going to be singing throughout this episode. Prepárate. And that means in English, prepare yourself. Suck it up. Subscribe. So as she is navigating herself through her hobbit kitchen, Hobbit Duncan comes upstairs, and all of a sudden he has an endearing name for her because she was talking about champagne to the caterers, and he goes, well, darling, I'm going to need a little bit more than just champagne. I'm like, what the freak is going on here? Now we're on darling basis, not even first name. We're calling each other darling? You notice that he still hasn't asked who the hell is that man that he gave his chapter to. Aiden that was there last week and gave him the side eye. He has not asked her nothing. And she has not asked him about his personal life again. And she just got off the Kathy train and asking why she has not asked where the relationship and what was the expectation of their relationship for 5 years. You would think Ding Dong, number one, would ask questions if she's getting her hobbit on with this guy, because it's clear. I don't know about you. I see it. I know the writers are making it this way. Have they had a conversation? Is this man, does he have kids? At this point, he should have grandkids. Girlfriend? Wife? Murderer? Serial killer? Been in jail? He's a biographer, so I guess you could look him up at 9. But she hasn't even done any of the things that she should know or ready to do. But they're on a darling basis. And it gets better. Because as he gets into her home and is participating in the party, while Charlotte is opening up her gifts, he's standing very close to Carrie, a mano a mano, shoulder to shoulder, testicle to other private parts. He tells Carrie that I want to go outside for a smoke. Carrie is like, okay, I'll go with you. They end up on her iron balcony. I guess it's part of the staircase. There's a lot of other stuff happening. So again, I'm so sorry. Remember, I'm not scripting this. They end up outside on her metal staircase, I guess, landing. That's what you can call it, right? And here's what I wanted to say. As he is gaslighting her, I hope I'm using that term correctly. You're so great. The chapter's so great. You transported me. This period piece is very difficult. Translation, I want to be in you. I want to be around you. And I'm going to use and abuse you. Mm-hmm. Carrie takes his glass of, I don't know what drink he has, takes it from him, and then takes a drink from his glass that he had just drank from. And we went from, he's calling her darling. She's taking a sip from his glass, which I said this before in my other video. Certain things are very personal, okay? I need to know you a little bit better before we start, sharing things. Whether it's stories, whether it's nakedness, whether it's cigarettes, cups, all of it. So we've hit the threshold that you're very cómoda, which in English, is comfortable with this man to take the sip from his glass. And in turn, he feels very comfortable with her and puts his hand on her shoulder. I'm like, why don't you just all get it over right now and just take her on the stairs? Go. Nobody's watching. And he's like, you're amazing. And she's like, and I'm like, are you okay? Are you having a heart attack? I don't know you, because I'm having a heart attack. Because I'm watching this and I'm like, whoa. Mm-hmm. So we're just not even, the courting stage is over. Pretty much either they're going to be sleeping together within the next 2 episodes, which is, I think, 12 episodes. And this is going to blow shit up for her and Aiden. Or this guy is going to play her like a ukulele and he's going to come up with some deep, dark secret. Or he's going to put her with the family of rats that I believe are still in his house. And we're never going to find out because we're going to have to wait maybe another 2 years before the shows come out, because I believe the show is coming back again. Okay, so I'm stopping this so I can make them shorter so I can upload faster. But we're not done with the seduction of Carrie and the Hobbit. There's more. Wait for it. So after we got off from the iron landing seduction scene, she goes back in to her party for Charlotte, and she's standing next to Duncan Hobbit, yet again, very close to him. She takes another sip of his glass again, and this time Miranda sees it, and she gives her, yeah, baby. I caught something. I caught a little something there. And I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't expect where it was going to go, but she saw it. And, Carrie's like a drunk bitch. Drunk on love. She's drunk on love. Because she loves All of this. As they're standing there and he's listening to Von Pimpalong and Bread Boy, Shala La 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 song duet, he tells Carrie, I was a fan of karaoke. I am not no more. And that is probably the best sentence he has made throughout this entire episode, because I'm like, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I don't want to feel you. Let me relax. I don't want to get Carrie excited and just, drop everything for anything that just looks at me. Really, I don't. I swear. Okay. I guess that's the last scene with him, because the next scene we have is her and Miranda in the Hobbit kitchen, and they're just recapping the party, and it seemed reasonably okay, the conversation, as they were talking about, she got the karaoke machine and that Carrie needs to keep the karaoke machine and that everybody was having fun with the karaoke machine. And Carrie was like, if that's what you want to tell yourself. And Miranda's like, yes, it is. And then suddenly she goes into, hey, I also caught something between you and Duncan the Hobbit. I caught a vibe, and I don't know what happened. I guess Carrie left and evil Carrie came in, because she flipped like within, like a light bulb. And I was like, what's happening here? She's like, and she goes to Miranda, and Miranda says exactly what I said. Hey, what's going on? What's happening here? Are you mad? And she's like, well, okay, so I had a drink. So what? And Miranda's like, I just was recapping the party. I didn't want to get you upset. And this is what I didn't understand with Miranda. I'm assuming that Miranda has been so tired of fighting with Carrie. Plus, let's get realistic. A lot's happened to Miranda since Sex and the City, that Carrie has had to see in this show. The whole transformation and the finger. I'm not going to repeat it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Kitchen. So I think that the writers are just saying, hey, she's no one to talk, and she's not going to fight her. So she got, she's like trying to back off and saying, listen, forget about it. And Carrie's like, no, don't do that. Don't act that way. So what? I had a drink. And she's like, I'm just happy that you had some fun. And Carrie turns around and tells her, I don't have fun. I immediately thought about the movie. I want to say it was Sex and the City, the first one, when she was going to marry Big. Yeah. And Samantha came in, flying in from Hollywood, and she had her dog, and she had a small little belly, and everybody was making fun of her little pooch, and not the dog. And she said that she's felt restricted. She just hasn't felt herself because she hasn't been able to be herself, and that she stayed with Smith because he stayed with her through her cancer. And everyone there said, do you realize that you just associated your relationship with Smith to cancer? So when I heard Carrie abruptly tell her, Miranda, that I don't have fun, I just wish that at that point they would have phoned in Samantha and be like, I can hear you, and you need to run far, run fast. Girl, you just associated your relationship with Aiden with not having fun. But nobody's telling her anything. So then Miranda says, hey, I'm just glad that you had some fun. I'm not trying to put anything on you, but then again, I did read the first line of your book, and the woman wondered what she got herself into, and Carrie got offended because she's like, how the hell do you know about that? And then Miranda says, it's because I saw it when you left your chapter on the table when you were, I don't know, running around. And I moved it for the caterer, and I read the first line, and she goes, well, I wrote that many, many months ago. I don't know what that means. If you watch my other videos, you understand. I have no understanding what this timeline is. I don't know. Months, years. We're in an alternate universe, so I don't give a shit at this point. And that, yeah, and it's fiction, and it's 1843. Miranda's like, okay, so it's not about you. She goes, well, no. And not every relationship can be, fantastic. And how long have you been with Joy? And she goes, only about a month. Here we go. I'm getting ready for this one. And now I got something to say. Okay. And again, I'm sitting down. My back is killing me. So forgive me for fidgeting, but I got to say something. Carrie, this version that flew in from the cuckoo's nest, literally took over Carrie. Okay. Says, yes, but I've been in this with Aiden for 20 years. No, you have not. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Writers. She has spent 20 years with Mr. Big, not with Aiden. What the hell was that about? You have not been in this for 20 years with Aiden. You left him 20 years ago to be in a relationship with the man that you cheated on with him, and then married him. And then he dies. And then you reunite. And this man has had an entire life. He's gotten farms and chickens and family and kids. The whole Manson family is over there. I don't understand what the hell was that line about. I'm like, 20 years what? Wait. That coupled with the fact that she tells Anthony, don't tell anybody I've been married, I would really, 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 really want to understand why. So, I think I'm done with the rant for this specific one, because this is what I really wanted to touch upon. That crap pissed me the crap off. I was like, I have no idea what the writers are going with this. I just don't know. And I know Sarah Jessica Parker is part of this, and they're accepting this. And I get that the actor that played Mr. Big may be on the most wanted list, and I understand that. But that doesn't erase the entire storyline and 2 movies. Kill him off. What you did. But now you're going to just erase. I'm losing my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear the words coming out of my mouth? Do you see my face? Do you see? I don't have Botox. I have expressions. Okay? Ridiculous. This is AMSR. Ridiculous. Mierda. Puñeta, carajo, mierda. Okay? And that's all the curse words in Spanish that I can muster up right now. Pissed me the hell off. I was like, hell to the no. Stupid. I hate the show. I freaking hate the show. You don't understand how much I hate this show. Oh my God. So now, as she proclaims that she's been with Aiden or in this for 20 years, Cuckoo Carrie, Miranda's trying to calm her down, and Brady comes in because he threw out the trash. I guess that calmed Cuckoo Carrie. And Miranda gets up to say goodbye, and she's like, listen, is everything okay between us? She says, yes, everything's okay. So then I guess Cuckoo Carrie went out, and then Ding Dong Carrie came in, because there is no even keel person Carrie here. There is no, the Carrie we know, first of all, she was never normal to begin with, but this has gotten to the point where I don't even know what's going on. Do you? I don't. So Cuckoo Carrie out, Ding Dong Carrie back. They hug it out. She gives her flowers as she walks out. They tell each other, I love you, which, by the way, when I tell people I love them, please look at my face. Hey, subs, I love you. Okay? All the people who write and comment, look at me. Look at my eyes. I love you. I just have to put that in there because it annoys me when people walk out the door and they tell me they love me. I'm like, you don't have 5 minutes to turn around and tell me you love me? It's a pet peeve I have. So now Carrie stands in her kitchen or her hobbit kitchen alone, looking out the window for pause for, what is it called? Pause for dramatic purposes. And she walks into her almost furnished, but rental chair, empty home, living room, and Shu the cat, who is alive, thankfully. Cat, Shu, you got a crazy woman. I recommend that you get a file and you figure out how to get the hell out of there. I would make friends with those rats and be like, listen, check it out. How'd you get out? How'd you get in and out like that? Where's the hole? I need to get out. Please. So she picks up the cat. She sits on her chair and she starts reciting something, and the woman held on to what she believed. And then one of the balloons pop with the confetti, and I'm just thinking these writers are holding on to what they can muster up any day to get money from us viewers. Because I pay for HBO Max. And I'm being fed worse than fast food. It's not even junk food. It's crap. Even if I don't even watch this show anymore, it's still on. They're getting paid. And I'm the ding dong who just sits here and makes these videos for you people, because I do it for you guys. But I don't have a single dollar. I'm paying money to watch this. You think that YouTube is paying me? No. You think they pay us? No. Do they give us fan service and make a story that's cohesive and it's fun? It's something that we can all enjoy and reminisce and appreciate the people going into their, golden years and having it great and funny? No. So I'm literally doing this because somebody has to. We all need to stand up and start a revolution. I don't know what else to do. And trust me when I tell you, this is not the only show. This is just so happens that I'm taking care of this show first. And once this show ends, we're going to get into other ones. Hopefully a little bit more brighter. There's not many. Not current ones. So, yeah. Carrie is holding on to her belief that she's in denial and that she's a fucking cuckoo Carrie and that she's got problems and that she's in denial. Denial is not a river in Egypt. And that's how it ends. And just like that, we got to stay tuned for the next episode. To wrap this up, Seema plowed the gardener. Charlotte is able to finally open her mouth and speak. Harry has a personal shopper who he has personal conversations with, and he has no friends. Miranda should be investigating who the hell Joy is, because she's way too obsessed with her dogs, and she may have problems with this woman soon. LTW is a walking poster disaster fashion plate. Herbert does nothing. Did I get everybody? I'm missing somebody. Anthony is going to be tortured by his maleficent mother-in-law. And that's it. That's all, folks. That's the show. So, I'm going to continue saying this because you continuously show your love and appreciation. And I cannot tell you how many times I'm going to repeat this. I appreciate every single one of your comments, your reviews, your likes, your shares. It is phenomenal to me. And yes, these videos do take, it's hard. They're long. And I do a lot of editing. And I don't edit my videos. It's all the clips that you see, and I use the program that I use. And I think I have very low internet too. It takes a while to upload things. Hopefully when I'm moving, I can get a better internet service and I can get these out faster for you guys. And plus, I can do more videos and focus on my channel and be here more with you, because I do work. And this weekend I had an emergency in one of my properties, and I somehow miraculously was able to resolve it. Okay. Get through recording, editing, posting, getting through this recording, which is going to go up, the next day. And I don't know how I'm doing it. I don't sleep. I know I'm an insomniac, but wow. But when I get it out and I see how much return I get on this investment, makes me so happy, guys. I'll do a get to know me video one of these days. I just need to stabilize what's happening right now. But thank you. See, guess what? I made it without crying in this video. I get a cookie. I get a cookie. It's non-fat and chalky. May not taste that great, but I get a cookie. I made it without crying. My first time with this whole season. Yay! I cannot guarantee that won't happen later. So I want to send you, everyone, all my love from the bottom of my heart. And have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. Thank you.